Welcome, and thanks for tuning in to our latest ManpowerGroup 2020 Workforce Analytics Update. I'm Raylene Gagnon, Vice President of Global Market Intelligence at ManpowerGroup Talent Solutions. My goal is to deliver the most important facts that you need to know about what's happening in the labor market right now during COVID-19, along with what you need to consider as an employer to make the smartest decisions for your organization. So let's get into it. In the past week, we've continued to see hiring gain strength across the U.S., with nearly 6 million positions available across the country. Almost 14.5% of those are contracted positions, which has increased since last week, and nearly a third of them do not specify a location, which continues to suggest that there will be ongoing remote work moving forward in the future. Now, while medical health jobs and operations logistics jobs and pharmacy, grocery, retail cashier type positions continue to dominate the majority of those hiring positions, we do have a number of open opportunities that are being driven by non-essential skills. Leading the way is IT positions, which is nearly 10% of all jobs available. If we dive into that a bit further and compare how last week's top positions in essential and non-essential roles compare to this week's, we haven't seen much change in the essential jobs. In fact, it's still basically the drivers, nurses and medical staff, clerks, cashiers, warehouse general labor, as well as assemblers. But on the non-essential side, customer service and developers have switched spots, with software developers being the number one top non-essential job available in the market today. Network engineers and analysts continue to be in the third and fourth slots, and help desk is now the fifth most in-demand position from a non-essential skills standpoint, compared to last week where accountants dominated that spot. Now, of this, and this does cross over between IT, finance, and other areas and functions, is the job for analyst, which crosses over functions within the business and represents nearly 11% of all jobs available in the United States today. So we'd like to dive into that just a little bit. If we look across the market and analyze the types of responsibilities, requirements, and projects that analysts are being hired for to complete within businesses today, many of these activities and initiatives are being driven by workforce analytics. Whether it's organizations using data within their business to determine what the workforce mix should look like from a full-time, part-time standpoint, what it should look like from an employee versus contractor perspective, what it should look like for remote versus on-premise work in the future state. Organizations are using these data analysts and business intelligence resources to help determine how they may project or forecast what their capacity planning needs to be. Based on many businesses that are reopening in phases, potentially not at full capacity to start, they need to make some decisions around resource allocation, how these phased openings may impact what the demand will be, and what their true hiring needs might look like. This can cross over from just workforce analytics to other aspects of the business as well, as organizations try to balance out HR and procurement strategies with other aspects of finance or marketing or real estate and other areas of the business. But across the board, we are seeing more consistent use of the data available within your business, whether it be your workforce data that sits within your applicant tracking systems, your human resources system, or your vendor management systems, or business data sitting elsewhere related to real estate, your contact relationship management systems, or productivity planning. There's information available in the marketplace too, whether it be on LinkedIn or it be in Indeed, so that you can benchmark how others within your sector or within your local market are hiring. How have things shifted, and how do you need to take that into account as you look at your own workforce planning? Not everything is as simple as it may seem. Obviously, not all of the data is known today, and some of it may be inconsistent or not reliable given how unprecedented current circumstances are. The key is many employers are investing in this analysis, taking the time to do it right today so that the right workforce plans can be in place in the future. As always, our team continues to monitor the markets and the workforce trends daily. I'll come back to you next week with the latest. Stay tuned, and until then, stay healthy.